As I said before, they're ugly formulas. We can code them in Excel. That's not a problem. But we're not going to because Excel already has functions for those. Okay. For PVA, the name of the function is PV. Okay. The first argument is the period interest rate. So you would put R over F. The second argument is number of payments, which is T times F. The third argument is periodic payments, $C, and the last argument is the balloon payments. I'm going to put a negative in front of this because if I write it like that, it's going to give me a negative number. These things must have been coded by an accountant. Accountant thinks in terms of debits and credits. So if you're paying something that's negative from you, what you're getting is positive, or if you're getting something, or if somebody's paying you, that means you have something negative now. I don't think in those terms. Present value of something to me is always positive. And future value of an annuity, you guessed it, negative FV. The rest of the syntax is exactly the same. All right. So given those, let's build a versatile template that's going to allow us to calculate either present or future value once I give the inputs. And if I tell you the outcome, we'll be able to figure out what the payments should be, what the interest rates should be, what the length of time should be, yada, yada, yada. Okay, let's go to Excel. First and foremost, my inputs. Annual percentage rate. Let me show headings and formula bar. Let's start here. That's gonna be an input, so I'm gonna make that green background, white font, and bold. That's also percentage, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me put 8.25. The next item is periodic payment. I'm gonna copy this format and paste it, but I want that number to be $1. So 200. Next, payment frequency. 12. If it's monthly, I'll make that a general number. Years, length in years, length of time. For now, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go a little bit fancy on you. In fact, I'm going to write on that cell as part of formatting years. And the way you do that, go to Home tab, find this number formatting area, click on that drop down, go down to all the way down to more number formats, click on custom, and right here, in fact, I'm going to take this as an example. That means do it in the comma format, have 2 decimals on it, and type years at the end. Oops, I need to put that into quotes. Okay. If you're wondering why do you get a 0 after the hashtags, that means if the leading number is 0, actually show that 0. That's what that means. Otherwise, it would put only a dot. But to change that number, all I have to do is write the number. It automatically puts the years. Internally, it makes no difference whatsoever. It's just visual communication. And right here, I'm gonna type balloon payments for now. Of course, that's also dollar amounts. I think those are my only inputs, right? Right here for now, I'm gonna write present value. Of course, that is a dollar amount as well. Yesterday, I created in my investments class a little button to do that format. I don't know if I showed you guys. You record your macros and you make that available. I'll do a little video for you guys and show you those kinds of tricks. Of course, I want this thing to be dollar as well. I even put up an underline on that. I'm going to also put a little something here. I'm going to call this target value. That's going to come in very handy when we're trying to figure out one of the inputs given I tell you the output. So if I told you that you're going to buy a car and you need to borrow $20,000 for it, they're going to give you a 7-year loan. APR is 825. What's the monthly payment? Excel does have a function for that. It's called PMT. But I don't want you to remember 4 different functions for 4 different things. We're going to do only one thing, 2 things technically, present value and future value. We'll figure out the rest using what we call goal seek. On my lecture tomorrow in my other section, I'm going to actually make all that thing automatic. But since we missed the class because of Martin Luther King Day, I'll post that video for you guys too so that you can use that. But that's just a fancier way of doing what we're going to do today, or an easier way of doing it, more user friendly. I'll also put an item here called difference. You'll understand the value of that very shortly. That's the difference between whatever the calculated value here minus my target value. And I'm going to have that purple background, yellow, and bold. And you know my policy. It's my sheet. I can do whatever color I want. If you don't like them, do it yourself. I'll change the colors once I give the sheet to you. I'm going to also put a little checkbox here. Your computer may or may not have this facility depending upon the version. If you don't have the checkbox, you can type true or false on that cell. I do insert checkbox. Okay. I think we did something like that last time. As you know, I'm going to go fancy on you. I'm going to do a conditional formatting on that. New rule. If the cell value is equal to true, have that the Welsh screen. I happen to know the hex codes for that. Not all greens are created equally. Sure. Home, conditional formatting, new rule, formats only cells that contain. I want cell value in this case to be equal to true. Click on the format that you want. In this case, I just want the green background. Okay. Since I'm going to delete this new rule, I can choose the ugly green. If you want to do something with the font as well, you could do if you wanted to. I mean, in this case, it doesn't matter. Hit OK. Now, this is going to apply only when that rule is true, right? First, let's delete the rule with the ugly green. If you have an existing rule, you go to Manage Rules, click the rule you want. In this case, I want to delete the rule, but I could also edit the rule if I wanted to. I could also say it applies to some other cells too if I wanted to. Hit Apply. As you can see, and I'm going to make the font of this, let's see, yellow. Okay. Actually, let's do it some other color. Let's have the background, the Welsh red. Yeah. And let's pick a different background. Maybe light blue. And font the yellow. I call that Wrexham yellow. Yeah. Let me choose a different background for this. All right.